Ever wondered what it takes for a leader to be remembered as one of history's most malevolent figures? Well, buckle up because today we're diving deep into the unforgivable legacy of Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin. I'm Eric, and this is The Unforgivable Legacy, 7 Atrocities Committed by Soviet Dictator Joseph Stalin. And now let's get started. Joseph Stalin, the ruthless dictator who ascended to power in the aftermath of the Russian Revolution, left an indelible mark on history through a series of atrocities that plunged the Soviet Union into an era of darkness. As the General Secretary of the Communist Party, Stalin's reign was marked by a callous disregard for human life, resulting in widespread suffering and death. This video delves into 7 of the most heinous acts committed by Stalin, shedding light on the devastating impact of his policies on the Soviet people. Stalin's utilization of the Gulag system, originally founded by Lenin, stands as a grim testament to the depths of his brutality. The Gulag, an acronym for the main administration of collective labor camps, became an instrument of fear, imprisoning, torturing, and executing those deemed undesirable or critical of the communist regime. The sheer magnitude of this system, with over 3.7 million citizens forced into camps between 1931 to 1953, reflects Stalin's commitment to social control through terror. In a bid to consolidate power and advance communism, Stalin implemented aggressive measures from 1929 to 1932. Millions of peasant families, known as kulaks, were dispossessed, murdered, or exiled to gulags. This forced collectivization wreaked havoc on the agricultural sector, contributing to the death of millions in the subsequent Great Famine. Stalin's dekulakization policy eradicated an entire class, leaving a lasting scar on the Soviet economy and society. The Great Famine of 1932-33, also known as Holodomor, claimed around 14.5 million lives, with Ukraine and Kazakhstan bearing the brunt. Stalin's policies, emphasizing industrialization over small farm food production, exacerbated the disaster. Deliberate food shortages strategically targeted certain areas, revealing a shocking willingness to welcome mass deaths, particularly among perceived enemies of the state. Many historians consider the Great Famine a genocide directly attributable to Stalin. Initiated in 1936, the Great Purge aimed to eliminate Stalin's detractors within the Communist Party. Hundreds of thousands were arrested, executed, or sent to the Gulag. The ruthless campaign resulted in the death of more than a third of the Communist Party, terrorizing the general population. Stalin's manipulation of photographs to erase enemies, such as the removal of NKVD head Nikolai Yezhov, illustrates the extent of his propaganda machine. As World War II unfolded, Stalin's brutality extended to the front lines with Order No. 227. This cold-blooded edict declared the liquidation of panic-makers and cowards on the spot. Penal battalions and guards units enforced a ruthless approach, creating an atmosphere of fear and suspicion among Soviet soldiers. The order's impact on the wartime psyche and camaraderie remains a chilling chapter in Soviet military history. Stalin's disdain for prisoners of war reached its peak with the declaration that there were no prisoners, only traitors of the motherland. Soviet prisoners faced forced repatriation, gulag sentences, or death at the hands of their compatriots. The treatment of these soldiers after surviving Hitler's camps showcased Stalin's deep-seated mistrust and further highlighted the brutality within the Soviet system. Despite sending thousands of Soviet prisoners to their deaths, Stalin turned a blind eye to war crimes committed by his own soldiers. Reports of rape and atrocities were met with indifference as long as battles were won. This callous disregard for ethical conduct tarnished the moral fabric of the Soviet forces and revealed a leader more concerned with victories than the means employed to achieve them. Joseph Stalin's legacy is one of unparalleled cruelty and inhumanity. While some may argue he was a product of his tumultuous era, the scale and intent of his atrocities place him among history's most malevolent figures. As we reflect on the horrors perpetrated by Stalin, it is essential to remember the millions who suffered and perished under his rule and to ensure that the lessons of this dark chapter in history are never forgotten. And there you have it, folks, the unforgivable legacy of Joseph Stalin. If you found this journey through history intriguing, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more captivating content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.